Hey guys, welcome back to Fantasy Tipped. Julian here for the first weekend episode of the year. I know a lot of you guys were expecting Max here, but I'm going to be filling in for Max just this week, and then he'll take over the weekend episodes as usual. Before we get started, guys, drop a like and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and slam that notification bells if you want notifications every time Fantasy Tipped posts a video. I highly recommend it, and it should help you plenty during the fantasy year. Now, what is this video exactly? Well, we discuss the schedule for the weekend and then what players you should consider adding to help you win this week to really solidify that win. We also look at categories, leagues at the end of this video, so players you can add for shots, blocks, hits, and even face-off wins to help you win those categories. Now, let's take a look at the schedule, and it is a very, very, very weird schedule for this week, the first week of the NHL season. Because on Friday, there aren't any games, and I'm not sure why they're doing that. But anyway, on Saturday, every single team in the NHL plays. So you won't need any streamers for that day because your lineup is going to be completely full. And that just leaves Sunday, which only has one game, and that's a game between the New York Rangers and the Washington Capitals. So as you see here, New York Rangers and Washington are the only teams that play on Sunday. So those are going to be the teams that we're looking to stream a player from to have a little bit of extra points on Sunday to try to win our matchup. Now, the number one player to be streaming, if he's available, is Will Cuylle. He's left wing, right wing, 45% owned only, so he's available in more than 50% of leagues. And if you do have hits in your league, he's absolutely deadly. He hits a lot, and he is on the top line with JT Miller. Then we have Pierre-Luc Dubois, who's power play one and second line with McMichael and Tom Wilson, which is pretty good. He had a really, really nice bounce back season last year. Then we have Alexi Protas, who's 64% owned, so may not be available, but still, you might want to check if you're in a shallower league. Power play 2, line 1 with Ovechkin, which is nice. Connor McMichael playing on that second line with Pierre-Luc Dubois, only 28% owned, so there's a good chance he's available if you are in a slightly shallower league. He's power play 2, line 2 with Dubois and Wilson, which is not bad. I would have Jonathan Quick here, actually, because the Rangers do play a back-to-back here, but the thing is that the Rangers play against Pittsburgh on Saturday, so I'm expecting Quick to get the easier start, which is against Pittsburgh. Then we have Alexi Lafreniere, who's playing on what you might call the top line in New York with Panarin and Trocheck. No power play 1, but still, that deployment is worthy of a stream this weekend. Then I have Charlie Lindgren. If he doesn't get the start on Saturday, he will on Sunday because teams always start the backup sometime during a back-to-back, and Lindgren is not a horrible goalie and could potentially get the win. In leagues that highly value goalies, he could potentially be the best stream of the week if he does get the win and some nice saves. Then I have Ryan Leonard, who isn't getting power play 1 and isn't getting top 6 deployment, which is why he's down here. But still, he's a young kid who definitely wants to show what he can do in the NHL and wants to prove it, which is why I have him here at number 7. Then I've got Rasmus Sandin at number 8, who is playing on the power play 2 with Chychrun, with McMichael, with Leonard, with Protas. It's not bad, and that's why I got him here at number 8. There's a good chance he doesn't do anything, but at least the chance to put up a point is there. Braden Schneider, he gets about 1 point every 4 games or so. Decent peripherals, about 2 hits, 2 blocks, and a shot per game-ish. And he's getting power play 2 this year, which isn't horrible. And then we get similar decent peripherals with Martin Fehervary and Matt Roy. Then Anthony Beauvillier is also playing on that third line with Leonard. Looked kind of good in the playoffs last year, although he's playing on the top line with Ovechkin, so he's not going to get that deployment, but maybe he's going to be motivated to really show what he can do once again this year. Nick Dowd, we're kind of scraping the bottom of the barrel here, but he gets some face-off wins, and he also hits a little bit, and he did score 27 points last year, so he's not completely inept offensively. Definitely not my favorite option, though, if you want offense. And then Connor Sherry, he's kind of not been very good the last few years, but in his prime, he was not bad, and he is playing on the third line in New York, so if there really is nobody else, you could take a shot on him. So for Categories League now, we're going to talk about shots on goal, hits, blocks, and face-off wins. And these are last year's numbers since there hasn't been any games yet when I am recording this. Now, Connor McMichael last year shot 2 times per game, so that's not too bad. Beauvillier 1.9, Dubois 1.9, Lafreniere 1.8, Will Cooley 1.8, Protas 1.8, and Matt Roy 1.3. Ideally, you want them for points, and then they could also help you with shots on goal potentially as well. Nobody here shoots that much though, so they're really not going to help you too much. For blocks, Martin Fehervary blocks 1.8 times per game. Trevor Van Riemsdyk, same thing, 1.8. Braden Schneider, also 1.8, Matt Roy, 1.7, Rasmus Sandin, 1.4, and Soucy, 1.4. So unless you're really close on blocks or you're winning by very little, it's probably not going to do a whole lot to add these guys just for blocks. If it's really that close though, you might be worth adding one of these guys. Now for hits, Will Cooley, if he is available, is obviously the best guy there. Hit 3.6 times per game last year. Such a safe floor. I absolutely love that. Matt Rempe, 4th liner, but does hit 2.8 times per game and definitely could throw the body more than that potentially. So if you need hits, that's definitely a good option. He's not going to do anything else though. Brandon Duhaime in Washington, 2.1 hits per game. And then Fehervary and Schneider, if you're picking them up for other things, they'll also add a little bit of hits for you, which isn't awful. For face-off wins, since there are only 2 teams, there really aren't great options, but Nick Dowd is your best option, winning 7.3 face-off wins per game. And if picking him up could potentially win you the week, do it, and he could maybe win you that category. Pierre-Luc Dubois, though, if you want a little bit of offense to go along with it and he's available, I'd probably take him over Nick Dowd because the face-off win difference isn't that big. 7 face-offs per game for Pierre-Luc Dubois. Sam Carrick on the Rangers' 4th line is winning 4.7 face-offs per game. And then Noah Laba is this unknown guy playing on the Rangers' 3rd line. Came from college last year. Could potentially have some potential, but actually right now he's not even on Yahoo, so I assume he's going to be added this week at some point. And if you need to add him for face-off wins, you're probably in rough shape to begin with. And he's probably not going to do much because rookies don't tend to win a lot of face-offs. But hey, if you're really that desperate and it's that close, he could be someone that you add. But that's kind of a crazy add this early in the season. And that's it for this video, guys. Normally, these videos are a lot more elaborate. We talk about Friday, Saturday, Friday, Sunday, Saturday, Sunday games, and we give you streamers for kind of all of the situations. But because Saturday is a full day of games, you don't have room in your lineup. So we kind of literally just went for Sunday this week, but in the future, the videos will be a little bit more elaborate, giving you different options for different day combinations. But either way, hopefully that helped you make your decisions for who you're going to pick up for Sunday's games. And hopefully that helps you just inch enough to win your week. That's it for this video, guys, and I'll catch you all in the next episode of Fantasy Tip.